Let me share my reflection from the Gospel according to Luke chapter 19 verses 1 to 10. I was struck by verses 4 to 5. So he ran ahead and climbed up into a sycamore tree to see him, for he was to pass that way. And then when Jesus came to the place, he looked up and said to him, "Zacchaeus, make haste and come down, for I must stay at your house today." I was trying to imagine being as small as Zacchaeus, very thick layer of crowd surrounding Jesus, no way to see what was going on or even get a glimpse of Jesus. Maybe he was less than 5 feet tall. So if the crowd were about 5 feet tall, and there is really no way to see. Zacchaeus had two choices. He could have let it go and say, "I'm too small to see, I will just go home and rest." Or try to find a way to see who Jesus is. Since the crowd hated him, he could not have asked them for help. But Zacchaeus really wanted to see Jesus. So he must have heard a lot of things about him, and he wanted to at least see him while he was there. So he went out of his way to try to see Jesus. He ran ahead and anticipated where Jesus would pass, then climbed the tree to have a clear view when Jesus passed by. Zacchaeus was a chief tax collector, so he was not young anymore. After running, he must have been winded. It must have been very difficult for him to even climb a tree. So there was really a great deal of effort for him to get to that position just to see Jesus. He was also a rich man, but did not care what others would say if they see him running and climbing a tree like young people do. His effort was rewarded. Jesus passed by as anticipated. And not only did he see Jesus, he was called by Jesus and asked to stay in his house. One moment, Zacchaeus was trying to see who Jesus was. Then another moment, it seemed like they were old friends. Very close, that Jesus knew him. First name basis pa nga ang tawag ni Lord sa kanya. Hearing his name called by the Lord not only was a surprise to him, but there was something about hearing his name being called by the Lord that began to transform him. Not only did he welcome the Lord in his house, he immediately repented from his wrongdoing upon hearing the Lord call him. Today, I'm reminded that there are times that a crowd comes between me and the Lord. Maybe this crowd is busyness at work, or even service, or other important matters to be done, or even sin that keeps me from seeing the Lord. There may be times that I choose not to make an effort to work around the crowd to see Jesus. But the Lord reminds me today to be like Zacchaeus. Despite the crowd, I need to make an effort to see him. It is worth the effort. He is just waiting for me to be there so that he can call me by my name and stay with me. Lord, give us the grace to always avoid any crowd that keeps us from seeing you. May we be able to hear you, Lord, calling us by our name and transform us like you have transformed Zacchaeus. Amen.